I got an extender on this 50 clip, shit look like a broom. When you see me better, a bullet start flying through the room. I pop a perk, hold on, to get in the mood. And it's 25 for the walk. I'm leaving like 3 baggage when I'm through. I spent like 100 bands and jewels, dripping like I came out the pool. Hold on, I'm so exotic like I came out the zoo. What's poppin'? We back at it like a crack addict, you know what I'm saying? Today, got a new video for y'all. We got Charles Manson, you know what I'm saying? It's the inside edition like last time. You know what I mean? If y'all don't know who Charles Manson is, go look him up. Murderer, killer, crazy motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the last video we did with the Jeffrey Dahmer. It's just, you know, with a different individual. We about to hear what he got to say. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty curious to see how he thinks. I heard he was another crazy motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying? This video is from 60 Minutes Australia. You know what I mean? Shout out to the channel. Got a lot of views, a lot of likes. I'm very interested to see what this is. If you like the video, leave a like, comment, share, subscribe if you're new. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you comment and you subscribe, you know what I'm saying? So I can start watching whatever y'all want to see. And I'm going to catch up. Sweetheart. Sweet.
Manson has been serving his time at this prison in Vacaville, California, isolated from his fellow inmates. Manson's first television interview since the murders begins badly.
No, I told you I'm not going to sit in that damn chair, man. I'll stand here and talk with the dude.
Manson refuses to sit in the chair provided. He says he's not going to look up to anyone. But finally, Tom Snyder of the National Broadcasting Company asks his first question.
You know, you were sentenced to the gas chamber and then they modified the death penalty. Were you happy when that was done?
Was I happy when what was done?
When you found out that you weren't going to the gas chamber.
You're talking about dying. Now, it gets me nervous.
Why?
Did you have any thoughts about something? Was you wanting to go anywhere?
Were you happy when you found out you weren't going to go to the gas chamber, Charles?
I knew I wasn't going to go to the gas chamber because I hadn't done anything wrong.
You scared to die?
Sometimes I feel I'm scared to live. Living is what scares me. Dying is easy. How long have I been in jail? 34 years?
That's pretty deep,
34 years. So,
out of 47, you've been here 34.
I've been in jail, prison, a long time, all my life. I was raised up in here. So I understand jail. So I understand myself and I can deal with that. I set my cell and I do my number like a convict does his number. But there's different colors on different people's backs doing different things. It's a different world. I love the world I live in too, just like Regan loves the world he lives in.
You love the world you live in.
Most assuredly, it's me.
You love all the pain that you've caused people, all the anguish you've caused.
I don't know pain. I don't know pain. I have no depth of pain. I have no depth of suffering. I don't know ridicule. I don't know all the bad things. I haven't been punished by you all my life since I was 10 years old. I've been in every reform school you got across the country and used to lay down and have to get my ass whipped till I couldn't walk. Tell me about some pain.
And that's our fault. That's all those people
No
want.
fault. Make strong, good pain. Understand pain. Not bad. Pain's not bad. It's good. It teaches you things.
It do. That's a fact. It do teach you things. You know what I'm saying? I agree with that. Pain do teach you a lot of things. You ever call your mama a bitch? You know why, right? I bet you know why you ain't do that. And if you did do that, what happened? I'll wait. Don't worry, I'm waiting. You ever call your daddy a bitch? I'll wait. Don't worry, I'm waiting.
Things like when you put your hand in fire, you know not to do that again. Yeah, I understand that.
Written accounts indicate that you told the authorities, don't let me out. I can't cope with the outside world. Do you have a recollection of that? And
you make a desperate plea out of something, man. There's no desperate plea out of it. I say I can't handle the maniacs outside. Let me back in.
I didn't use the word desperate. That's your word, Charles.
Yeah, well, your inflection and your voice tones were implications there.
Well,
man, they using some big
you
ass
use the word
words.
Maniacs on the outside. How are you different from the maniacs on the outside? And Why do you call them maniacs? Because you know something? They think you are one.
Yeah, it would reflect. If you hold the negative up to the light, you don't see the light, you just see the negative. So I'm a reflection of your negative, there's no doubt about that, and I can handle that also. I've been handling, ain't I?
I don't know, have you?
Well, I've been up and down these damn hallways, in and out of these nut wards for the last 10 years. You think you could follow that act? I'm playing for my life. You working for money.
When you say you're playing for your life, am I to
Yeah.
assume that you think that someday you're going to get out of here?
Get out of here. Get out of here. Where would I go? Let's see.
What would you do if you got out of here?
If I got out of here.
What if they said to you tomorrow morning, Charles, hey, listen, you're free. You can go wherever you want to go. Do whatever you want to do. What would you do?
I'll probably go out in front on the grass and sit down.
The question is, should Manson ever go free? It's 10 years now since he and his 3 female accomplices, virtually robots under his control, were convicted of murder. On August the 9th, 1969, they murdered actress Sharon Tate and 4 other people in Los Angeles.
Wow.
The following night, there were 2 more victims, Lino and Rosemary LaBianca.
Wow.
In court, Manson was also charged with 2 more mutilation murders. Ranch hand Donald Shea was beheaded, and musician Gary Heineman had his ear cut off.
I could put
According to some
Whoa,
accounts,
whoa. Was that the ladies from the beginning? They cut their hair? What the fuck is wrong with them? Is that the same girls from the beginning?
Sharon Tate and 4 other people in Los Angeles. The following night, there were 2 more victims, Lino and
Damn,
Rosemary
I think I went
LaBianca.
too far back.
In court, Manson was also
Fuck
charged
it.
with 2 more
If that's them 2
mutilation
girls that
murders.
had hair at the beginning,
Ranch
that's
hand
crazy.
Donald
They
Shea
went
was
bald and
beheaded,
all that.
And musician Gary Heineman
cut they
had
shit
his
off.
ear cut off.
I could put
According to some accounts, Manson and his family may have been responsible for as many as 35 killings.
Wow.
If you got out of here, there are a lot of
35,
people who
bro.
think you'd go start killing people again.
again. Well, you guys are misinformed. I haven't killed anyone. I didn't break the law. Judge knew that, but the people didn't want to hear it. The judge knew it. He washed his hands. He said, I know it, but what can I do? People want this.
Judge never said that.
Yeah.
Judge never said
That's what Older said.
that. No, Judge didn't say that.
He got off and shook their hands, didn't he? You're so white and pure.
Judge didn't say you were innocent.
Are you innocent?
Innocent of what?
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
None of us are innocent.
Yeah, just because you're convicted in a courtroom doesn't mean you're guilty of something.
What does mean you're guilty?
When you know you're guilty.
What about Shay?
What about him?
Well, what about him?
He got
They going
killed.
back and
Where
forth
did he
right now,
kill him?
bro.
Word is that you're an old woman. Word is you have turkey in the sky. Word is, I don't know what word is. Somebody else tell you that. I didn't tell you
Did you
that.
kill Shay?
Hell no.
Did you cut Hinman's ear off?
Hell yes. I did.
How'd that feel? when you cut his ear?
Oh, yes, I did.
What did it feel like?
I'm dead.
Well, I had done what he said for about 20 years. I'd done everything he told me to do. And I got to thinking, now, why don't this guy do something I tell him to do? And he said, no. I said, well, how comes I'm always doing what you tell me to do, but then you never do what I say do? And he said, well, blah, blah, blah. So I said, now you do what I say. And he said, no. I said, you do exactly what I say. And he said, no. I'm telling you. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. You do exactly what I say. And that's about the extent of it. All this occult, all that hocus pocus stuff that you guys are playing, I don't know nothing about all
You
that.
know nothing about something called Helter Skelter. Tell me, Charles, I don't know.
It's worse than a fairy tale.
It's a fairy tale.
It's a comedy. It's a comedy tragedy.
The body of Sharon Tate is make-believe. isn't it?
That's make believe.
Make-believe, yeah.
That's make believe to the people that went in there and did what they did.
And who were those people? You know who.
Yeah.
But you know who they were.
Sure, I know who
They were with you at the Spawn Ranch. They were part of
Yeah.
this thing called, if not the Manson family or the Manson cult, the Manson Ranch. Call it what
So
you will.
then, what? You dealt the hand down there in L.A. You and that press, you dealt the hand. You put me on Life magazine, had me convicted before I walked in the courtroom. You had what people wanted to buy. When they wanted to buy it, they didn't give a damn if they had to convict the district attorney. They'd have convicted the whole building to get that dollar bill going there. They had big bucks going there. He made 27 million, 100 billion. I'm bumming $10, $15 from my friend here.
Here's another newspaper account that you can now speak
Yeah,
to.
his
since
math is
you
great.
haven't done it before. On the night following the killings at the house on Cielo Drive in Los Angeles, you accompanied 4 people to a home occupied by Mr. and Mrs. Leo LaBianca.
Yeah.
That you went inside that house and you tied them up and assured them that they were not going to be hurt. That you went back outside and sent Kasabian and Krenwinkel and Watson and Atkins inside the house to kill them. True or false? Did you do that? Chair's getting hot, huh? Did you do that?
Did I kill anyone?
No. Did you go in and tie up the LaBiancas that night? Very simple question.
That night.
August 10th, 1969.
That night.
Man, he did that shit. You see how long it's taking him to answer? He did that, bro.
For all, put it behind you.
Did I kill anyone?
Did you tie up the LaBiancas?
Bro. How many times you gonna say that, bro?
Atkins testified you did.
That's what Susie said?
That's what she said.
Yeah.
And you remember, you were in the courtroom when she said it.
She's written 3 books, and each time she said something different. Each time.
Did you tie him up?
Yeah. Well, we came down from Abilene, and
Let's stay in Los Angeles, August 10, 1969.
there was a hole in the wall gang there.
Why don't you want to talk about it, Charles? Why don't you want to?
Because I'm an outlaw, and I go so far, and then that's all you know.
And if you did,
That's like asking Jesse James.
and if
did you
and if and if
shoot
and,
somebody?
and if, as others have written and as others have testified and as the media has reported, you did that,
Yeah.
and you sent your friends back in to do the deed. Aren't you a coward?
My friends back in to do the terrible deed.
Doesn't
The
that make you?
wicked deed. Did we have the castle there with the vampires and the Frankenstein and the bugs and lizards dying in the deserts? Do we have the water that's dying and the whales are being killed and the seals are
Here we
dying?
go again. Lay it off on somebody else. Let's
Yeah.
point to all the other
Oh,
injustices.
I'm in the world all by myself?
Yeah,
Yeah.
on this one you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was okay. If that's the way you see it for you.
You've never talked about this before, but I'm going to make it. I'm going to try it one more
Yeah.
time.
No,
Pull cards out.
now,
You can see them where I'm
You
finished.
got a pistol on you?
No, sir. They wouldn't let me in here if I had a pistol. You
Yeah.
know that as well as I do. So why even ask the question? Okay.
Well, I just thought you might not like what I've done. You want to do something about it.
I don't much care for what you've done.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't. How do you feel
Yeah.
about that? A lot
Well-
of people think you're a monster, Charles. How do you
Yeah, they think you're a monster because you reflect this news media on me. Cult leader. I never had a long hair before I got busted. I never had a beard before I got busted. I went to shave, and the guy said, no, you can't shave. And I said, I need a razor to shave. He said, no, you can't shave. I said, let me get a haircut. He said, no, we don't want you to change your appearance. They said I had a great family, and I was the following and leaders and all that. There was no followers and leaders, a bunch of kids out the ranch playing. To me,
Playing at what?
playing it, living.
Do you miss women?
Certainly. My goodness. Yeah, damn right. Yeah.
What do you think of women?
Oh, I like them. Yeah, they're nice. They're put together well and everything, and they're soft and spongy. Yeah, they're nice. As long as they keep their mouth shut and do what they're supposed to do,
Why do you say that?
because that's what a woman's supposed to do.
Keep her mouth shut and do what she's supposed to do?
Sure.
And besides the son that you had in your marriage, you've got, what, 4 other children somewhere?
I don't think I've been responsible for as much as you people want to lay on me.
All right, somewhere out there, there's at least one son that we know of that's your child, who's probably about 25 or 26 years old. You talk to that kid. What are you going to say to him?
You gotta catch it on your own, boy. Train's hard. The road's rough.
And that's it.
That's all I know.
Is that like a
That's all anyone ever
swastika
told me.
logo on his forehead? Is that a Nazi logo? Let me know in the
And you
comments.
want to hear something?
Yeah?
He'll do it better than me.
Do what?
Whatever he does, he'll do it a little better. Kids do, don't they?
Sometimes.
Yeah, that's what makes them such a gas. They always seem to get through.
How were you in school? I hear that you weren't too good, but maybe I heard wrong.
Depends on which school. I did very well in reform school.
Yeah.
I did good in every place that I was ever told to do good in. I've been an outlaw ever since I was born. I went to reform school when I was about 10, and I learned to box and cry, and I learned to do all the things that you do in reform school. Then I went to, I escaped there a bunch of times, and I went to prison, and I learned everything that you do in prison. And I talked to all the guys and asked them everything they knew, and they told me all the things they knew. And then I went to the end of it, and then the old man would be ready to die, and he'd say, well, son, sincerity is the best gimmick, remember that. And I said, all right, be sincere, that'll win it. He said, that's it. Sincerity and honesty, he said, it'll do it. It'll trick them every time. I said, well, sincere and honesty, I never tried that. I tried everything else, but maybe I'll try sincere and honesty. So then I looked in the book, and it says, the wages of sin is death. Now I figured, well, I don't want to die, so maybe I have been sinful here. Maybe I am wrong. Maybe I'll take a look at my life and say, well, I'm going to change it and start all over. You know, and I know I go to God and I say, hey, man, you're going to forgive me? And he's going to say, what do? You forgive you? I mean, what'd you come to me for? Forgive yourself, man. Don't be bothering me.
How do you feel about spending the rest of your life in prison?
Well, we're all our own prisons. We each are our own wardens, and we do our own times. We used to get stuck in our own little trips, and we kind of judge ourselves the way we do. You know, I can't judge nobody else. The best thing I can do is try to judge myself and live with that.
Let's assume that one day you were paroled. Let's just make believe. Do you ever think you will be?
Yeah, do I ever think I will be? Well, I've never been paroled before. I went up to the board, and they said I was incorrigible. And not only was I incorrigible, but that I'd never grow up. And I kind of agreed with them.
If you got out tomorrow, do you have any scores to settle on the outside?
Scores? No, I do not have any scores out there. And we're making believe, right? Well, I'll tell you, buddy.
Man, you see all his look at him, bro. That's crazy. The mental illness is there. He'll
Well,
definitely kill somebody
I
if he
don't
came
rightly
out.
know.
Yeah, you do.
I'm stupid to the point to where I'm not really sure.
Believe it or not, there are a lot of people on the outside that think about the possibility of you coming out of here, and they're genuinely scared of you.
Oh boy, I might just make dust. Everything terrible. One little guy, terrible. Ooh.
Yeah.
Boy, how insecure are we as human beings? Put all our fear on one little guy, afraid to let him out. He might break all the toys.
Why do you say little guy?
Because I'm not the guy you trying to make out of me. That's not me. I don't know what my way is. Everybody keeps telling me I got all these things. I read the other day where I had magical powers, and I told everybody in the chapel, I said, zap, 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 zap. I said, where's my magical powers? Well, you can't believe what you read in the press. I can get no magical powers, mystical trips, and all that kind of crap. Yeah, it's kind of silly. Yeah, I'm getting witches and devils, and one guy come up and said, I heard you said you were Jesus. I said, no, man, I ain't said that. He said, I'm glad. He said, I'm damn glad. I said, why? He said, I know you ain't him. I said, how do you know? He said, because I am. I said, okay. But
He was laughing. Look, he laughing.
So
He
can't
get the
expect
joke.
me to rationally take this thing serious.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. This dude is something else. I ain't gonna lie, he's a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? He's a real weirdo. The way he thinks, that little scene that he had where he was like asking him if he would kill somebody if he came out, he started acting real sus. You know what I'm saying? You could tell something ain't right in his head, bro. That's gonna be the end of this, though. If y'all like it, leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. You heard? We out.